And I will let her take it from here, but just, again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this team, and I'm just excited to see how God continues to work through this ministry moving forward. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, Ariel, I will pass things over to you whenever you're ready.
Welcome. Hi, my name's Ariel Van Single. I'm the Kent County Collegiate Rep, and I have the privilege of facilitating the panel discussion this morning. And so let's get started. So please introduce yourself and mention how you're involved in FCA and for how long.
Hi, I'm Seth Vanderwest. I go to Kent City High School. I'm a junior and I play soccer, basketball, golf, and track. I've been a regular attender at our FCA since I was in middle school.
I'm Jill Evers, and I am the coach of the huddle at Kent City, and I'm also the cross-country coach at the FCA camp. But I first started going to FCA back at Hope College, back when we had the largest huddle in the state, but I don't think they even have one anymore. And then I got on the leadership board there, so I've been involved with FCA quite a while.
My name is Elysee MbemBosse. I go to Davenport University. I was first introduced to FCA my junior year in high school, and I kind of fell in love with it. When I first got to Davenport, I was honored to be able to meet our FCA director, area director, and that is Brian. And ever since then, I've been a part of FCA.
So Seth, how has your huddle helped you grow in your faith?
My huddle, it's been really nice to see, like, when we come together every couple of weeks, it's just nice to know that there's other Christian athletes around. Since we're a small school, we all kind of do the same sports and we're all just together a lot. So it's just really great to have that core of, Christian athletes that is there.
Awesome. And how has your huddle affected your school and your friends?
My huddle, like I said, knowing that there's other Christian athletes around, I choose to get closer to them and become closer friends with them because I know that we both have that connection and that we both love the Lord.
Thank you. So Coach, can you share a story of how you have been able to share your faith through FCA with your athletes?
I want all of my athletes to know that I'm Christian and that that's an important part of my life. And I try not to waste any opportunity to tell them that if you just give your best with the gifts that you've been given, that's going to be good enough. And that's what you need to do as an athlete. And I am not afraid to pray with them. And we had a girl rip her Achilles in the middle of a race last spring in our conference finals, and we had to lift her off the track, and we had the team gather around her right there and prayed right then before she even left for surgery.
How has serving at camp impacted your faith Coach? So how has serving at camp impacted your faith?
Gotcha. I love to see young people meshing two of the loves of their lives. Hopefully they love the Lord and they love sports. And I love sports and I love competing myself, and it doesn't have to be a mutually exclusive thing to be an athlete and to be a Christian. I want the two things to be together. And it's great to see the young people at camp practicing, singing, praising, and working out with the common bond of the Lord.
Thank you. So Elysee, how did camp impact you personally?
I'll say besides leaving overall as a better person, stronger mentally, more determined, I feel like him was able to give me a different perspective on a lot of things. And one of those would be the sport of football that I play. A lot of people, when they hear football, they always think of violence, violence, violence. But I realized that, during my time at camp that, if everybody comes together with the same mindset, put Christ first, that it can be a very positive environment for everybody, believe it or not.
And how were you able to make an impact on your campers?
I have nephews, and I like to, treat like, my nephews as though it's my kids. And so when these campers came, I made sure that I, walked them in, introduced myself to their parents, asked important information like, hey, is there any allergies? Made sure that all the paperwork was checked out, the right emergency phone number. And we had a ton of great huddle leaders, but, competitive, so I had to make sure I wanted to be one of the best. So for an example, I don't use sunscreen, but I made sure I had it, Any, anything that I thought they would have need, I made sure I had it. And when they left there, they just, they had an impression to where it's like, I had to continue this relationship with me to where we're in a group chat and we've been texting and, giving updates. And recently a guy had got a scholarship to Platter University, and that was, everybody was going crazy in a group chat. So, yeah.
Thank you. Awesome. So last question for all of you. What is one thing or one story you want everyone here to know?
The first week that I was in the high school, I was a little freshman, and I didn't really, well, I was tall, so not really little, but I didn't really, I don't know, I was just kind of nervous and scared because it was scary being in the high school, and I didn't know if there were any other Christians around, especially people who were like me and did sports and stuff. And I went to FCA, and it was really great to see that there were like a lot of other athletes around that were also Christians and that I could hang out with. And, yeah.
My favorite phrase is, it's what you love that defines you. And I want everybody to know, in FCA especially, that you should be able to love Jesus and you should be able to love your sport. And you can be defined by those things. You can be a good Christian competitor. I want to pick up my Christian cross every day and take it with me to practice, to school, to wherever. And that today at the girls basketball state finals, it's going to be as a spectator. It's what you love that defines you, and so be a Christian competitor all the time.
When I went to my first FCA camp as a junior, I'm a big family guy, go all the way out for family. So when they were standing there and they were saying, hey, what do family mean to you? Me also, family means, anything, everything for me. So when their definition of family was forget about me, I love you, I felt like, wow, that's exactly the type of person that I am. And that's when I realized, this is something that I wanted to be a part of.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you all so much for sharing. If any of you want to get involved in FCA, we have amazing tables in the back that you can visit at the end of the program. We have an FCA resource table that has FCA Bibles and a New Testament of Coach's Bible, other resources. We have a camp table. So if you're an athlete and you want to come to camp, we have information. If you're a college athlete, you want to serve, coach, we have several volunteer opportunities. And we have a huddle opportunity table as well if you want to get a huddle started at your school. And so before we dive into our next segment, I'm going to close with a camp hype video to give you a small taste of what's coming this summer. So thank you.